They're not one-dimensional.
Watch out. Last time there was a kickoff from Henry. It did not go well. We'll talk more about that moving forward. This is not a Mostert touchdown return, however. This is just a lasso back around the 24-yard line. CLEFFTHEGOD, look at that ladder record, 84-10. He's already beaten Henry this year, end of January, Group B. He got it done 14-10. Here are the abilities today.
He's got that Michael Vick with that agile extender, escape, hot identifier. My favorite one's the hot route master. He'll be able to put any wide receiver tight end on any route on the field. He has these wide receivers like John Ross and Torrey Holt that will improve the route running and the catching. And on defense, all he's got is that secure tackler with Ed Reed. Make sure he wraps up as the last line of defense. In his playbooks, you guys know it, that West Coast bunch, and on defense, Miami Dolphins.
And as for Henry, he just turned 17. He's made all 4 MCS events this season. If there was a Rookie of the Year in Madden, he's Kyler Murray. He's it. 254 and 14 in ladder play. He is breaking hearts here all along the way. Here are the abilities.
I love this Josh Allen. He can do just about anything Vick can do except with 93 speed. But what he can do that's different is that conductor ability. It's really fun. You can put multiple hot routes on the field very fast like old Maddens. It's a great ability. He's got those wide receivers to go along with the route running, the catching, all that good stuff. And again, just a secure tackler on defense, that tailor-made to make sure he wraps up. And then same thing here, West Coast bunch, but however, he's going to be running the Jets on defense.
So as we get ready to Madden now, the first play of the game that we saw just a little while ago went for a 70-yard touchdown run. I'll give you $1,000, Skimbo, if this is a handoff to a running back and it goes for a touchdown. Oh, I feel better already. Michael Vick spreads it to Torrey Holt. These are not teams that are going to run the ball a lot, right? I mean, it's Jalen Samuels against Jalen Samuels as the running backs.
Exactly. You're going to see a lot of passing, man. I'm telling you, air that ball out a bunch like you're used to in old school Maddens. Look for Clef to really take what's underneath early just for a fill-out drive. And look for Henry to give it up just for a little bit, but eventually Henry's going to try to take it away.
By the way, like Skimbo needs another $1,000. Down goes Michael Vick, the rush right up the middle. There is Isaiah Simmons. That's a great card that a lot of guys have found here. The rookie out of Clemson that'll play for the Cardinals.
Absolutely. Very fast card, but I love Henry. It's not a fill-out drive. He said second drive, I'm blitzing. Second down, I'm blitzing everyone. He gave up a flat wide open, but the pressure got there.
Michael Vick surveys on 3rd and 7 and gets lassoed before he can get to the 30-yard line. So there's a defense from Henry making the early statement here.
Now, Clef pretty much ran the same play 3 times in a row, and I get that, but I liked it because he did have someone open the last 2 tries. He just didn't find the window and didn't throw it. So far, a little shaky from Clef, not finding the open man because he's had him open. However, great defense by Henry. He gets the ball. Now he's up a possession. That's a huge stop very early.
And Clef's Michael Vick has an agile extender, so he can get away from some blitzing corners and things like that in theory. As the punt wobbles out of bounds. Clef on defense, and I guess it's all about not having to defend Bo Jackson now, right? I mean, Clef had to defend Noah's loaded up Bo Jackson in group play. Volt's loaded up Bo Jackson in group play. Not going to have to do that here.
No, they're not. See, these guys, in their crews like to pass a lot. These guys have probably had thousands of bunch reps all year. So all they've seen is bunch, bunch, bunch. So this should be really good bunch defense. I'm curious to see which one prevails to score over maybe 14 points because I honestly see this being a low-scoring game.
Ross, Cribbs, and Holt, those are the bunch guys for both these teams. So, yeah, they're very familiar with what is being run out here. And we should mention, Skimbo, that when Clef beat Henry 14-10 back at the end of January, Madden Challenge, there was some sick pass rush going on from Clef. He got 3 sacks out of Frank Clark, got a couple more from a low-cap Nick Bosa. Here's Josh Allen on the move, and he'll get some yards right away.
Absolutely. He beat him in the Madden Challenge, but that's draft champions. It's a completely different mode. They didn't have their playbook. They didn't have their wide receivers and all their abilities. Now they do. So now it's an even playing field.
Clef, who is 1-2, by the way. Last time he played, he got blasted by Noah 31-3, but here he is. Allen throws on the run. Torrey Holt has been such a safe target for so many players in this field and move the chains here immediately for a guy that a lot of people are rooting for in this tournament.
So that's 2 plays in a row. Josh Allen's been able to roll out to the running back side out of the pocket, broke contained. And as I said earlier, this is a golden ticket. You know, Josh Allen, he's got 93 speed, so he can get out of there. He's not 99 speed like a Vic, but he's fast.
Ladles it out to Torrey Holt. And when we talked to Henry, he said, you know, I considered Michael Vick. I've used Michael Vick, but he's shorter than Josh Allen. I used Michael Vick. I kept hitting my offensive lineman in the head. That's not a problem with Josh Allen, who's got a little bit of wiggle to him. And I think he's going to have a great year, by the way, for the Buffalo Bills. They have revamped that offensive line, got him some receivers now. Josh Allen received no scholarship offers from any NCAA Division I programs. And he could be one of the better quarterbacks in the league this year. There's Ross on the cross, first down.
Absolutely, but during that, you know, what you were saying, a timeout was burnt. Clef came out in the wrong defense on first down and had to burn a timeout. It's been a common theme. I still don't get it. It's the biggest term of the year, and you're quick calling your defense. It's okay because it's the first half, but just keeping track of that timeout later in this half.
Henry just zips it right in there to Ross, and the Josh Allen is a good play so far. That's 4 out of 4 for 61 yards.
This is easy. He's quick snapping. He's max protecting. He's got everyone open. He's rolling out. Henry is really locked in, but this is the hardest part to score.
Now Allen on the move, and Allen will slide inside the 5-yard line. He's got first and goal.
Again, he's just being able to roll out on that running back side. Clef's not doing a good job containing. I love the smart. That was smart to me by Henry by going down. Didn't want to make a hero play and go into the end zone. He could have fumbled and just ruined a drive. I love how he went down there. Most of the time, top Madden players are going to do that. Some people want to make highlights. Henry, smart. You know, obviously he's going to pray he doesn't settle for 3, but I love how he gave up right there. No fumble.
Holt.
Awesome job by Henry on first down. Everyone thinks a run's coming. Clef ran commit, okay? He ran commit. That means all the defenders caved down. Everyone was open on the field. Henry is in a zone right now, that first drive. Clef's got it. He's got to adjust quick because this could get ugly. Henry is locked in.
And the Kellen Winslow return. He'll smash his way forward to the 25-yard line. We'll take a look at the replay here, Skimbo.
Well, here's the first down. Nice job with the run. I don't know if we're going to show the actual touchdown, but that's what, you know, I wanted to see because he ran a free play right here.
Yeah, because there was offside, so why not just zip it into coverage and take your chances? It's going to be a 1st and 5 now coming out of that.
Didn't have to settle for 3. Now, that's a good job by Clef. He had a free play. He threw it in traffic, but it was free. But he really needs to lock in this drive.
Mid-range throw and a fingertip catch. I got to bring this up too, Skimbo. When Clef played Noah in the Madden Challenge final, seemed like there were a lot of missed open mid-range throws in that game. That's the kind of pass he's got to get in there, and he did.
That's the thing. It's just like Noah has Clef's number the last time they played. One you can say was draft champions, but the other one, it was salary cap. This is these guys' stuff. Noah was on his neck all day. Clef did look shaky in groups, and he looked shaky in his first drive. So far, this drive has looked better, but he really needs to get his stuff together.
Michael Vick's pocket collapsing, and Vick throwing it out of bounds. Just a quick thought on Noah before we leave that, Skimbo. His last 2 games in this tournament, he has won them by a combined 50.
He didn't have a single zone on the right side. He manned up those receivers. He had no zone on the right side of the field. And Clef didn't have anyone run over there. Henry is locked in. This defense is unreal.
Come here, come on.
Michael Vick getting upfield and can't quite turn the corner. And again, with Michael Vick for Clef, it's the agile extender. You got escape artist. You got hot route master, identifier. So piled high with abilities. Not really helping yet. It's 3rd and 10 as we get set for the second quarter.
If you're wanting to be a pro player and try to defend this bunch, watch what he's doing on defense, Henry. Watch him man up the right side. Watch him blitz the corner on the left. Now he's user rushing up the middle. Nothing's open. This defense is unbelievable. I'm probably going to keep talking about. Henry is just locked in.
Got that Ryan Shazier right up the A-gap to bring it to 4th and 18. Another punt from Clef, who's in trouble here early. And remember, Clef, so far anyway, I mean, he's allowing close to 20 points a game, and he's facing a very high-octane player in Henry. It's 19.5 points a game allowed right now. That's the most in this Madden Bowl 20 field.
Yeah.
Quick play out to Torrey Holt.
Here we go, though. Yeah, Henry's, here we go. He's going to have this offense going, this quick snap going. Clef better wake up. He doesn't want to go down 14, and I believe, Josh, you keep track of this better than I do. I think Henry gets ball at half. Am I right?
He does. Yeah, you are. Of course you're right. You're Skimbo. Come on. Almost 300 grand you've won in the Madden field here. I trust you entirely. Allen ladles it in. Holt makes another catch. Torrey Holt, by the way, for Henry in those 3 games that we saw the other day in group play, 19 catches in those 3 games for Henry. So that is a favorite target.
Yeah, and that Torrey Holt, that post flag elite, as he's going to come out and just try to have a waste play here. His wide receivers are tired. He doesn't want to call a timeout. He's going to let this clock go down as much as he can and just hand the ball off. I always say, if you get positive yards, that's great, but normally you're not going to get any, but it's just to get his wide receivers back, because we're playing a mode called salary cap where everyone's tired right now. He has no subs. He might even call a timeout with 1 second.
Thataway, Tony Romo. Way to predict that thing. You know, and it's funny as we look at Ross and Cribbs and Holt out there for both sides here, Skimbo. We're going to see later today. I mean, Volt, Mills, we've already seen with Noah. They're playing with 10-cap wide receivers. Not in this game, not at all. And there is Kellen Winslow, the tight end. He'll push and get near that first down make.
Yeah, these guys got the best wide receivers in the game, but talk about other matchups, guys. We got 2 more games after this. I'm not going to lie. I've said it before. When I'm not in a tournament, I don't even watch the tournament, okay? But even if I wasn't commentating, these games, they're headliners. Like this game, this is an unbelievable game. Then you got the rematch with Volt and Drini. Like, I would be watching these games whether I was commentating or not in the tournament. That's how big of a day of Madden I believe this is.
Well, next up, you've got Nick on the call with T. Davis, Pavin, and Mills. That'll be fantastic. That one underneath to Winslow. He's got the first down. Mills has only given up 55 yards a game, by the way, and he's up against a very rolling Pavin right now, who's basically got Clef's roster and playbook. So we're previewing that a little bit right here. Josh Allen quickly. And all of a sudden, Kellen Winslow is the hot choice as we get down to 2:20 left in this second quarter.
Golly, Clef's got to find something to slow down this offense because Henry's just locked in.
Again, finding Torrey Holt, the 7-time Pro Bowler who retired with the 10th most receiving yards in NFL history. And the pace, you got to like the pace here, right? I mean, Henry just going rat-a-tat. More from Josh Allen, but down he goes. Clef needed that in a big way. We talked about it when he beat Henry 4 months ago. It was a lot of blitzing, a lot of sacks and big moments, and finally he got home.
But this is where I want to see how veteran Henry can be. Right now, he needs to take this clock with him. Clef has no timeout. So if no one's open, don't be afraid to step up and take a sack. You know, you don't want to throw the ball away and give Clef time.
Ooh, that's almost a pick right there. If he would have gotten the feet down, Ed Reed would have been our highlight going in a half.
He was very loose right there. Like I said, you get ball at half, you can go up 2 possessions. He needs to just get a play. He doesn't need to throw it away.
Come on, get the block.
Josh Allen, how about this on a 3rd and 19? And Clef can't believe he gave it up.
That's interesting.
That's huge because it looked like he was going to not get it because it's Josh Allen. Like I said, though, he has 93 speed. He's not Vic speed, but he can get there, and his wide receivers block down the field. That's huge. He can take this into half with a 10-point lead if he just wants to run the ball. However, Henry, you've seen how he plays. You know, he's a gambler. He's going to go for 7, okay? He's not settled with 3. Me, I actually might run the ball every time and just pray I might pop off a touchdown. Henry is looking for 7. He does not need to throw a pick.
Henry's such a deep dive tactician too. We asked him, why not Mahomes? So, you know, if you're going to have that kind of quarterback, he said Allen is faster by just a little bit, and maybe that just a little bit faster than Mahomes in Madden play got him that first down. And to your point, Skimbo, he's able to take that clock under a minute.
Yes, and great call, Josh. You're absolutely right. If he's a little faster, you have to take the faster guy if you like what they provide. Not a bad sack. Yes, he got in. Look for a really safe play call here on 3rd down. He's going to want to definitely now kick this field goal.
Low scoring first half as it turns out. Only Torrey Holt has been in the end zone. Can Josh Allen get there? Nudged out of bounds near the pylon. He's at the 1-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. I'm just trying to figure out what Henry's going to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm kicking a field goal. There's only 20 seconds, so Clef pretty much has one play. And you know, you have all this momentum. You're dominating Clef. If you go for this and you don't get it, you're giving Clef momentum going into half. Right now, Clef has no momentum. You're giving him a chance right now to gain momentum going to second half.
Wow, needing 1 yard here. 20 seconds left in the half. He doesn't want the 3.
He's trying to put him away.
And now he's going to think about it.
Oh my goodness, he was trying to put him away. But what I used to do in that situation, knowing that, I would be trying to, you know, use that R1 feature, the hard count. Because say if you get Clef's user offsides, it's a first down. You would see that in the NFL too. Guys would go up there, hard count, they jump, they would get that inches and get a first down. Surprised Henry didn't do that and try to get a hard count. Doesn't work a lot, but I think it was worth the shot to try to get Clef's user across the line of scrimmage. However, at the end of the day, I love that he took 3.
Yeah, that's all he was going to do. So you're going to take that 10-0 lead to the half. And again, you're going to get the ball coming out here too. So Clef, who won 14-10 against Henry most recently, he's going to need to find those missing 14 right now. Again, Henry's got 10. But Henry's got that momentum for sure. Interesting first half, and Clef just has to get out of the quicksand here.
He does. I mean, he's got to lock in, because right now he is bad on both sides of the ball.
Young Henry just turned 17 years old, and again, we're saying he's that rookie of the year smell on him right now, right? He was born in, well, I guess that would be 03, so he'd be the Anquan Bolden of that particular time. Hey, be sure to look in the Ultimate Team menu for the competitive tab. Check out the new Madden Bowl-themed game day program. You can get Madden Pro players as coaches, including Henry, and Mills, and Young Kiv, and Clef, and the defending Madden Bowl champion. Also available, new MCS uniforms, other exclusive MUD content. We look forward to having you as a part of this, and we're so happy to have you watching this one between Henry and Clef. It's game 2 out of 4 today. A battle of guys who are way up there in best all-time win percentage. Skimbo, you're only at 76.4? Henry's ahead of you, Clef's ahead of you.
Hey, man, I took some L's this year. That's what happens. You take L's, you're going to drop, baby. So I definitely took me some L's this year, but I'm looking forward to next year. However, these two goons right here, they're top 5. I mean, there's a reason why. These guys are great Madden players.
The pilot light is almost out here for Clef the God. This is a huge defensive series he's got to come up with. If Henry scores a touchdown here, it's going to be really, really tough to come all the way back. Josh Allen goes down. Needed that. Clef the God, a big stand right away. Got the Jerome Baker in there.
I love what Henry was doing. He was taking checkdowns, blah, 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 blah. That time he had every route on the field over 15 yards, took a sack. This is the thing about passers. Clef just needs to get one pick, one something, because the game can turn around so quick.
A lot of safe throws underneath to Kellen Winslow. Josh Allen, by the way, for Henry, is 12 out of 13.
But because he was taking those safe throws. However, Clef's going to give that up. He's going to give that short underneath again on 3rd and 14. Because, like I said, Henry, the last thing you want to do is be greedy and throw a pick and give Clef, like, you know, field goal range. He might take a shot here, though, and count it as a punt. You never know.
The crossing route, Torrey Holt is right at those chains. On a 3rd and 14, he delivers. Wow.
This is where I want to see Henry grow up and mature, okay? So he has the lead. He has ball. You have a 2 clock already built in, so he's going to milk without even trying to milk. I really want to see him take what's underneath. As I believe he put his controller down. Now he picked it back up. I want to see him take this clock and take what's there. I don't want him to get greedy like he did on the first down. He really, this is a drive right here that wins you the game. I know it's a 3rd down, but this can be a drive that wins you a game.
Now, again, we have to remind everybody, normally if you milk the clock, that means you've got the strong running back, and neither of these players has that. I mean, we're talking Jalen Samuels, and who else has he got out there? I mean, James Devlin could run the ball. This is a throwing guy in Henry. That's what he does.
It's just a bunch of no names that are guys just out there wasting space is what it is. What you have these 3 goon wide receivers.
Allen getting pursued and gets dragged down. There was Tracy Porter making a play. Okay, so now you've got another 3rd down. Can you finally get a 3rd down stop if you're Clef?
You can. I feel like he's going to bring heat. He's going to get real gritty with the user. This is where Henry likes to think backwards, as I call it, and maybe take a shot over the top because Clef's desperate on defense. I see him just blitzing everyone.
Allen rollouts and dump-offs to Kellen Winslow have kind of been the play so far. But let's see what we've got. Allen looking.
Let's go!
Gunning it in the coverage, and it's picked. It's Porter. And Tracy Porter for CLEFFTHEGOD.
Come on, Clef, now get
I
something
promise
going,
you Clef was blitzing everyone, and then Henry flipped the play. Clef reset his defense, so he only rushed 3, and everyone in coverage bagged every route on the field for Henry. Huge pick and momentum.
It's funny because Henry's Tracy Porter had a big pick against Rage earlier in this tournament. And that was a game that really could have gone either way, and Porter made a play for Henry. Now it's against him. And Clef has his shot. We're still not into the 4th quarter. It's only a 10-point game. Michael Vick has time. He finds Winslow, who swerves forward. And the 1st down make for CLEFFTHEGOD.
I love it. It's the new feature in Madden, that tight end delay. He's blocking. You can release it and throw it to him. That's exactly what he did there. It's just early, guys. You don't have to rush and get a touchdown right now. He can take this drive. It can be a long drive. He's got to get 7, though.
Oh, nice move by Torrey Holt for another 1st down. And Clef, who's been matched up against the teenaged sensations back-to-back. He lost to Noah 31-3. He's down to Henry 10-0. You're losing to teenagers here, Skimbo, by a combined 41-3 your last 2 games. But if you're Clef, you know you still have a big-time shot in this one.
But right here, and it hasn't happened yet, but vintage Clef is about to pop in because this guy knows how to fight. He knows how to scratch, claw, and come back, and he's looking to get a touchdown right here.
Not only that, user picked Henry, so the kiss of death is in the air.
Oh,
Michael Vick trying to go to the air. What happened there?
Come on.
Well, he tried. Okay, so he stepped up and actually stepped into his lineman. He had a guy maybe getting open. Henry thinks he could have clicked on and picked it. Clef thinks he could have clicked on and cut in front. I would have loved to see that play out because both of them felt like they had each other on that play.
At the 24-yard line, getting very close to the final quarter now. This is the game we all were looking so forward to. Vick charging up the middle, and everything closes on him. Again, Isaiah Simmons is a big guy to have if you're playing in this tournament.
Huge sack. Clef's just got to be safe. Now a 3 is okay.
All right, Clef, you're still within 10. It can still happen for you, bud. But the 17-year-old Henry on top by 10. And Clef will hydrate and get ready for the final 5 minutes. The 4th quarter presented by Creamy Snickers. You're not smooth when you're hungry.
Oh, no, don't pressure me.
This party's garbage.
That bad, huh?
It is that bad. It's like a bag of zeros.
Try this creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness.
Is that one of the zeros?
Get smooth with the fresh ground nut butters and creamy Snickers.
Winner of this one looking at Little Man. Speaking of zero losses for Little Man in this tournament so far. The only undefeated player. We'll have a big day of Madden tomorrow. Michael Vick getting set in the pocket. Dangerous pass. Wow. It's still 4th and 2 here, Skimbo. Is he going to go for it 4th and 2? He needs points.
He's going to kick it. He's going to kick it quick, as you see there. But like I said, this is different from New Year's Madden. He came out with 40 seconds on the play clock, and by the time he kicked, it was 23. It just warped on him. You know, that is just a chew clock on its own. In old Maddens, it would have took 5 to 6 seconds. I'm telling you, Josh, playing this much Madden, every second counts, and that's huge. That, you know, he kicked it quick, but it took 17 seconds to get it off.
There's Henry, who beat Rage, beat Wesley, lost to Decroft on the walk-off kick return. Now he's trying to hold off Clef and gain a measure of revenge from what happened in the Madden Challenge back at the end of January. Josh Allen has been very efficient in this game. Again, the dump off to Winslow, and it looked like this time he had the defense ready for it. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, that's the thing about this year. There wasn't a zone over there except the deep blue, which means he's going to run back and not get bombed. He threw a flat and only got 2 yards, okay? So look for Henry really to keep trying this because, like I say, the last thing you want to do is get greedy and throw a pick here. He's going to really try to take what's there.
Allen back, Allen looking.
Come on.
And the big guy firing. He's got Joshua Cribbs open. Wow, all the way past midfield to the 36-yard line. We're down to 3:55 to go.
Great pocket, great job. I feel I always criticize these guys. I was like saying in my head, if I'm Henry, go down, go down. You look at him, he actually said I tried to go down and stay in bounds, so the clock stopped now, which helps Clef. However, great job by Henry. His linemen blocked, and they held their block. They gave him all day, and he found the open post route going over the top.
If he doesn't take a sack, he's in field goal range. And there's the sack to drag him out of field goal range. There's that low cap Nick Bosa making plays yet again.
Josh, you know what? I'm proud of you, man. You're not bad. You're not bad. I was about to say the same thing. The last thing you need to do is take a sack, and he took a sack. He's got to get at least 3 to 4 yards to make sure he's in field goal range, because right now, he is not.
Come on.
More pressure. This one looked like it was up for grabs, and it whistles through the hands of Ross out of bounds. It stops the clock, which is key as well.
Well, in years past, that wheel route, you could throw it right away. Now, you really don't know when to throw it. They never told us. This might be, if it takes 20 yards, 15 yards, you don't know. He waited about 20 yards, and it still got air meld. You hate to see it, but if you're Clef, you love it.
Go, man.
Can't take the sack. He takes the sack. If he just would have gained 5 yards, right, you're in field goal range. You take that 3, you're up 13-3 with 3 minutes left, but now there's none of that.
Yeah, I mean, he had the tight end wide open on an out route for 3 yards. There wasn't anything over there. It went and gave him field goal range. He just missed the read, which is easy for me to say because I'm not trying to make these reads. However, he took the sack, and now this is Clef. This is his money drive. If you're a Clef guy, you're really rooting for him right now because he has a chance to beat vintage, as my boy RG used to say. This is a drive that can make you a legend in Madden. It really can. This is the drive people will remember. You got to get into overtime.
Henry had the ram he didn't want on the field. It was Hecker instead of Ficken. He would have loved to have had the kicker instead of the punter out there. Would have loved to have gotten that punt to, say, the 1 yard line or the 5. Instead, the 20. But now, let's call it the 15 as a sack. That's a biggie here with 2:10 to go.
Huge sack. Let's see if he tries to get this off before the 2-minute warning, and he does.
Underneath, but he's still got miles to go here as we get inside that 2-minute warning. This is obviously 4-down territory. He's got 2 chances to get 8 yards.
Yep, exactly. He's got to convert.
Well, there you go. There's about 12 yards right there. So will this be, as Skimbo said, the money drive? Will this be the one that we all point to? If Clef can run the table from here and belt up in a couple days, we'll circle this moment right here when he came back on young Henry. Michael Vick throws on the run. And the toe drag by Torrey Holt.
Oh, my goodness. Just great pocket. Stood in there for a long time. Then finally the pocket collapsed, and he rolls out. The corner route gets over the cloud, separates from the man. Great job. His wide receivers are probably getting tired. He needs to take his time after this play.
Zips it in. There is a dot to Torrey Holt. Michael Vick, 9 of 11. Very efficient here for CLEFFTHEGOD. No picks, no sacks. Keep marching if you're Clef.
So far, it's just that clutch sheet as he's going to quick snap him again and try to catch him off guard.
Come on.
Didn't work. There's the sack. And a timeout taken here with 44 seconds to go.
As I said, even though he hasn't got it in, man, this is the best drive he's looked on offense, and it's just that clutch ability. He's been not good on offense all day. However, when your tournament life is on the line, he's making the best reads he's made all day.
Clef hasn't had a touchdown in 2 games. Needs one now. Michael Vick throws on the run for Chris.
Oh my gosh!
It's bobbled and it's knocked away.
Oh my gosh! He was on a crossing route. I hate to say it. If he would have had that crossing ability, he would have caught it. However, he caught it. The defender got there before he really could secure it, and he drops it. Oh my goodness! That's such a gutsy throw, and it almost paid off.
Back-to-back 3-point games here for Clef, threatening to knock him out of this tournament. And he almost had his 6th on the way to 7 right there. Now what does he go back to?
He's going to the same exact play. Same exact concept, same exact play.
Underneath, Torrey Holt gets tackled. 4th down in the ball game right here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, if we were at a live event, I'd be standing up right now. Oh my God, 4th and 7. Your tournament life's on the line. This is huge. I don't know what route concepts he's gonna call. He's gotta get this 1st down.
Needing 7 yards. In pursuit is CLEFFTHEGOD, trying to gain some revenge here against Henry. Samuel staying in the block. There it is in the coverage. He got it in there with 26 seconds to go.
Oh my gosh, what a heart read. Henry brought the user blitz. He got home. He didn't get blocked. He snapped through it. You have no choice. You can't take a sack. He just throws it and squeezes it in there. Now you cannot take a sack if you're Clef. That clock is not your friend. You have no timeouts.
7-yard line. Where's he gonna go? Number 7, Michael Vick. He is across! The touchdown for CLEFFTHEGOD! His first touchdown in 2 games. It came with seconds left in his Madden life.
I'm telling you, Josh, some people, I don't know, he's not going to go for 2, okay. But some people just have this clutch ability, this clutch gene. I've talked about it. You can have Kobe, Michael Jordan, LeBron. They can go 0 for 15 all game. That 4th quarter, they got something special in them, okay? Clef has something special in him. He's looked terrible. I'll just say it, terrible all day. His guap drive, his money drive, it's just he got something in him, and he just dots up.
Clef needed 80 yards in 2:20. He didn't need the 20, as it turned out. Michael Vick, as our Snickers replay shows, you got it in there. But what can Henry do?
Oh my God! He lurked him! He lurked him!
Jerome Baker! He swiveled to the 10, walked off again. Heartbreak for Henry. Amazing!
He lurked him, Josh. Henry tried to quick snap a streak. Clef left all responsibility and ran with it and lurked him. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, that is just clutch gene by Clef. It's what we talk about. It's what user Mo, everyone always says in community, this guy's special. He's just shown it. My heart goes out to Henry too, because he's special, but oh my goodness, Clef clutching up.
In the role of Raheem Mostert, it's Jerome Baker. As Henry, back-to-back games, gets essentially walked off by a player you never would have thought of. Still 10 seconds to go here. As we take a look at the replay, and still an opportunity to make a play here, but Samuels ran right by him.
It's just Henry, it's not looking good for Henry. He's going to try to throw this corner route, and he gets it, and he's out of bounds. Okay, so he's going to have 1 shot, maybe 2 if he throws it out. However, Henry has outplayed Clef literally all game. All game. I thought Henry was about to blow him out after the 1st half, but it's been all Clef in the 2nd half.
51 yards or go home here for Henry. This is it.
Here we go.
Throws on the run. This is the ball game. It is out of the back of the end zone. CLEFFTHEGOD has advanced in a most unlikely way.
It's everything we talked about, that heart, that fight. You see the emotion finally pouring out from him. He kept it in. He kept it in. It's all pouring out, guys. That's that emotion we're talking about. Look at him. He is pumped.
It is a clean sweep for Group C here. And Noah, remember, started 1 and 2 in a